Here's a question that might seem a little bit strange. Do you think the apostles wanted to see Jesus risen from the dead? So we know the Pharisees did not want to see Jesus risen from the dead because if they did, that would mean that their whole scheme of trying to get rid of Jesus would fall apart. But what about the apostles? Do you think they wanted to see Jesus risen from the dead? In today's gospel, it says that when the risen Jesus appeared in their midst, the apostles were terrified. They weren't exactly jumping for joy. Now, they could have been scared because they thought they were seeing a ghost, which is certainly something that most people are not in the mood to see. But there might have been another reason why they were scared to see the risen Lord. If you remember, 3 days just before this episode, in today's gospel, all the apostles swore to stick up for Jesus and to defend him. And then just hours later, they bail on him. They leave Jesus to die alone. And so they were probably thinking in today's gospel, if Jesus comes back from the dead, what's he going to do to us? See, any other person would be entitled to take even just a little bit of revenge on the apostles, but Jesus doesn't do that. He stands in front of them and says, "Peace be with you." In other words, he offers them his total forgiveness. So the invitation for us today is to keep the scene of today's gospel in our minds. Okay, so the apostles in the upper room, terrified of seeing the risen Jesus, out of fear of his divine wrath taking revenge on them. And let's find peace in the fact that there's no distance we could go, there's no depth that we could fall to that's too deep for Christ to reach down and save us.